posted about the Yashica T4 a little while back and had some requests for actual sample photos, so here's a video of some rolls I shot. This is a Pro Plus 200 Fujifilm. Did another video on this film. You could see it's a very sharp lens, which is what this camera was known for apparently. 35mm f3.5. This is outdoors, bright sunlight, obviously 200 film, so even then it's still probably shot at a smaller aperture. It's not wide open. This is a closer focus example. You can get decent bokeh out of that lens. It's very sharp, obviously. Colors are nice. This is partially to the film, but lens does have influences on that too. So just kind of testing it out. This is when I first got the camera. I've sold it since I posted the video about the camera, but I shot a few rolls. Just my typical shots of the kids in the yard. I mentioned that Pro Plus 2 being good for kind of snapshot type photography. This film worked out quite well for that with the Yashica, and you can see you can even do a selfie, which most people don't do film selfies, I don't think, or at least that wasn't common back in the day. But it works, you kind of just point it at yourself, and it's pretty easy to judge. These are the only two that I shot. I didn't have to take a couple to make sure I got it focused, bang on, super sharp, you can tell. I was really happy with it, even indoors, same film, 200 speed film indoors, that flash, it definitely meters it right. Couldn't really ask for the exposure to be any different or better. It's typical for this close with a flash point shoot. It kind of slightly overexposes your subjects if they're right up there. It's hard to get around that. But so anyway, this is a Kodak Ektar 100. So this was a second roll I shot through it, and was taking this roll more seriously. It's Ektar, it's better film. Went out to a park on a nice day and wanted to take advantage of the Ektar. This has some forced flash, you can tell. This one I don't think had forced flash. It may have, but the sun was actually sort of above and behind me, so it wasn't really necessary. This was forced flash. You can see the reflection in their sunglasses. But yeah, the colors obviously Ektar, but it's a sharp lens. It's a nice camera. Takes good shots. Autofocus was pretty much there all the time. A couple shots maybe were a little bit off, but I would say the autofocus is very reliable. Exposure was really good. These were some kind of shadowy rocks and stuff at this park, but dealt with that and the highlights from the sun. Didn't have any issues. I mentioned basically this one you sort of just leave in full auto, so it was firing the flash sometimes, I think, on its own. A few times I did specifically put on the forced flash with the severe backlight of the sun, like in that photo out in the grass. But a lot of these, just kind of let the camera do its things. This one, kind of interesting lighting where he was in the shadow, and there's a lot of bright highlights from the sun coming through the trees. Here's kind of another one, a lot of shadows and highlights, and obviously the film has a lot to do with it, but the camera definitely exposes well, and I'm really happy with it. So if you get your hands on a Yashica T4, you'll be happy. It's a great camera.